Hi again, it's your girl Lisa Nichols here. A few days ago, I invited you to join me and a few thousand people as I share 4 powerful practices that you can do to begin to prepare yourself for the best next year possible. You see, this is the best time of the year, the best. Every single year, I use this time to slow down and reflect on the past year. So this is a great time for you to start planning for the next year to come. Please know this, every wildly successful person that I know, including myself, we don't just slow down and stop and roll into the new year. We slow down, stop, and begin to plan for the new year. A few days back, we started with 4 practices, right? Number 1, celebrate your wins. This is where I invited you to make a list of the 10 things that you have to celebrate about this past year. Now, if you're just joining me, then it's not too late. Make a list. You've done many more than 10 things, but make a list of 10 things that you have to celebrate about over this past year. And they can cover any area from family to finances to business to health and wellness to relationships to body to fitness, anything. Then we moved on to step 2, where I share with you, number 2 is to practice active, yes, I'm gonna say it again, underline, circle active, practice active self-care. That's where you identified what rejuvenates you and made plans to make time for self-care during the busy season. So you made a list of what you know rejuvenates your soul, your mind, your body, your spirit, from walking on the beach to reading a book to taking downtime, free things and retreats or a spa, whatever it is that rejuvenates your soul, to make a list of it and then to make plans, active self-care, to do those things during your busy season. And then we talked about number 3, setting quarterly goals, to recognize that goals that are going to be hit are goals that are bite-sized, digestible, and palatable, and you can measure them every 90 days. We together discovered that 90-day goals allows us to get to annual goals and 2-year goals and 5-year goals, but 90-day goals allows you to have bite-sized, palatable, digestible goals that could be measured and or adjusted every 90 days. And now, we're on to our 4th and final practice. This is a juicy one. Number 4, acknowledge your community. See, when you celebrate the people around you that bring you joy or that teach you some of the hardest lessons that you need to learn, the iron that sharpens the iron, the celebrators that celebrate you, those who hold the space for you and with you, pray for you, honor you, when you celebrate and lift them up, the whole tide rises. So I want you to find 6 people in your community, not out of obligation, but truly out of choice. They can be in your circle, in your family, in your business circle, and I want you to acknowledge them for the contribution that they bring to your life. What I love about acknowledgement is that when you acknowledge other people, it actually makes you happier. It's just this amazing gift of giving. And what I love is that most people would rather get an acknowledgement from you than a physical gift. That means they don't necessarily need the perfume, they don't need the sweater, they don't need the new iPhone, whatever. They want you to look at them in their eyes and say, you bring value to my life. I honor you, I celebrate you, I appreciate you. Take time to have a personal moment with them where you're just seeing them. The number 1 reason why people feel sad and disconnected is because they say they don't feel seen. So in this acknowledgement, I want you to look into their eyes and acknowledge them for who they are and how they make your life better. When you raise the community around you, the entire tide rises, the energy rises, the joy rises, the expectation rises. And guess what? If you make this a part of your weekly habits with them, I didn't say daily, I didn't say monthly either, and I definitely didn't say annually. But if you make this a part of your weekly, find one thing to acknowledge at least 6 people in your community for each week. One, you'll feel much more excited. But all of a sudden there's a vibration that happens because you've created it. There's this energy of let's go do this, because what gets celebrated gets repeated. You want someone to repeatedly do something wonderful and amazing in your life, you repeatedly acknowledge them from a genuine place. Man, it's so powerful when you truly marry yourself to the acknowledgement process, to the practice of acknowledgement. When you get into the practice of acknowledgement, all of a sudden people will mirror back to you. You don't acknowledge to get it back. You acknowledge because you want people to be seen. But there's just this dance that begins to occur that's absolutely delicious. Doesn't that feel good? Doesn't it feel inspiring and motivating to be in gratitude and appreciation for the way that people make you feel, how they make your life better, how they cause you to be a better man or be a better woman? When you say that to them, I want to tell you that I appreciate you. So let's practice. You might want to say something like this. I want to tell you that I appreciate you. I honor you for the person that you are. I respect you for how you show up in the world. And I love you for who you are to me. My saying this to you is that I'm grateful for you. I'm not practicing here. I'm not showing you how to practice. I'm actually talking to you. I'm grateful for you. I'm grateful for you showing up right here. I'm grateful for the work that you're doing on yourself. I'm grateful that I don't have to walk this journey by myself. I'm grateful that I get to walk this journey with you, that you're in this community. That's my acknowledgement to you, and I mean it from the bottom of my heart. Now, I hope that you've enjoyed taking the time to reflect and implement these 4 powerful practices. I promise you, when you do these 4 things, all of a sudden, not overnight, but you'll begin to see it, you'll feel this sense of, yes. You'll feel this stride. You'll feel a charge of energy to do even better, even bigger, even bolder things next year. I didn't give you a money-making strategy. I didn't give you a how to grab a new client strategy or new job strategy, but all the things in between, all of those hard strategies, all of those bricks, the cement that holds them together are these things. I promise you, when you do these 4 things, when you take time to celebrate yourself, when you literally take time out for self-care, which becomes your thinking time, when you set bite-sized, palatable, digestible 90-minute goals, and when you acknowledge and honor your community, all of a sudden, you feel this sense of, yes, I'm in my stride. There's a charge and an energy to do even better, even bigger, even bolder things next year. And as you do them, remember that I'll be right beside you, cheering you on. Always. Because I'm your sister. Yes, I am. I'm your sister from another mister in prosperity and in possibility. And I congratulate you. And I'm excited for your year to come. I think it's going to be a mind-blowing year. Yep, let's get in the mind-blowing business together. I'll see you soon.